Hello friends, welcome to all of you in official YouTube learning channel of Mars Training and Solution. Today I'll teach you regarding database functions of Excel. One of the very powerful functions like DSUM, DAVERAGE, DCOUNT, etc. And we'll also see what are the differences between these functions and other similar functions. Okay, let's proceed for it. I will open some worksheet first. This is a worksheet I have. I would insert few blank rows on the top. Control plus to insert, and I would like to copy same heading on the top. Reason, I can type more conditions. Basically I insert few more rows. There is no rule like how many rows you need to insert. You just, I wanted to copy heading on the top, so I inserted few blank rows in between so that I can type criteria easily. I want sum based on conditions. Let us say if I want sum, if let us say in this data I have situations, I want sum of all sales department, I mean sum of salary of all sales department who belong to north region. This can be done using a function called SUMIFS. I want sum of all, sum of salary of all sales people who belong to north regions. How to perform this? Function name is SUMIFS. I would prefer to go to wizard. You know well how to go to wizard. Control A, or we press FX after writing equal to function name open bracket. So I want sum of all salaries. So my sum range would be salary column with heading or without heading. Criteria 1 is cells, double inverted comma comes automatically, it's not case sensitive. And criteria range 1 would be department column with heading, because we have taken everything with heading like salary H11. So salary I have taken including heading, so this also I have taken including heading. Condition 2, I mean criteria 2 is region north, NORTH, it's not case sensitive. And the range would be E column, I mean from here E11 till last record. So I am satisfying both the conditions. I want sum from H column, I mean sum of salary, where department is sales and region in north. I click OK. I have got the salary. You can see formula if you want. I'll just show formula. So this is a formula I have written using wizard. The purpose of wizard was wizard helps to complete a function better way. You can use, you can complete this function without wizard also. So here it is giving you sum from H column, I mean salary column, where department is sales and region in north. Similarly, if I use average if here, average if S, that will give you average based on these two conditions or more than one conditions. It can be three conditions also. Similarly, I use count, will give you count based on these two conditions or three conditions or four conditions. But sum if S or average if S or count if S, this all function works with AND, like AND. Here I am saying give me sum from H column where department is sales and region north. The internally nature is AND. So sum if S, average if S and count if S works with AND. If I ask to here give me sum from H column, sum of salary, where department is either sales or marketing or finance. So sum if S has no scope for or, average if S has no scope for all, and count if S has no scope for all. These all things we can do, we can calculate, we can perform these all calculations using database functions. Like dsum can be used. Dsum can behave as an or also and as an and also. Similarly, dcount can behave as an and also, as an or also. Similarly, daverage can behave as and also or also. So I'll show you those functions here. For this database functions, these all database functions wants heading, and below heading they want criteria. I want department cells, department cells, and region north. Similarly, here I use DSUM. Database sum is DSUM. So how to use these functions? DSUM, I'll go to wizard. Wizard will help you to complete a function better way. So how to go to wizard? This is how do we go to wizard. In database functions, these are three parameters we have. Asking to you database range. So this is database range with heading, and asking field name. Here the meaning of field name is I want sum of salary. So salary here is a field name. You can type salary or you can click on salary. So I want sum of salary, so I am typing SALARY. Either you type salary or you click on salary, both are same things. And criteria would be, this is the criteria with heading, including heading, and the criteria heading should match with database heading. Okay, I mean here DEPT, it should be DEPT here also. If this is REGION in criteria, database heading should also be REGION. So database is the entire this data, and field H11, it can be H11 means I want sum of salary. So salary comes where? It comes on H11. So either you click on H11 here or you type SALARY, salary. If you click OK, you are getting. So it is working like SUMIFS. If you see here, it is working like SUMIFS. If you see here, it works like AND. Same function I can use equal to DSUM. I go to wizard. Wizard will help you to complete a function better way, nothing else. How to go to wizard? Control A after writing function name. Press Control A or you click on FX. Asking database. This is my database. So suppose, let me to change criteria first here. I want department cells, region north or east. Suppose I have one more conditions. Again department cells, and I want to say region is east, by the way. So here I am saying DSUM. I go to wizard. You know how to go to wizard. Control A. Again database name would be same. This is database. Field name, again salary, because I want sum of salary, and criteria would be, this is the criteria, department cells and region north plus department cells region east. If you click OK, you get sum based on these conditions, and this can't be done using SUMIFS or SUMIF. because SUMIFS always works like AND internally, but DSUM can be used as an AND also, as an OR also. In this example, first example, DSUM here we have used as an and here we have used a two set and or, like first condition department says and region north plus department says region east. You can have any combinations here, any combinations. If you change function, if you type d average, you get average in the place of sum. If you type d count, you get count in the place of sum. If you say d average, you get average in the place of sum. The logic is same, the structure of the function is same, the parameter is same basically. If you see now, the whole and sole idea is DSUM database function, either DSUM, D average, D count, D max, D mean. There are so many functions of database, not only DSUM, D average, D mean, D max. You can go and see here function list, and you can come and say database. You can see a number of functions, D count, D max, D mean. The logic only is here in criteria. The main thing here is the criteria. If you see here, criteria in database functions, main thing is criteria. In criteria, if you see, if you place your condition in the same row, in this example I am saying department sales region north, both are coming on the same row. If you place your conditions on same row, heading is mandatory. Database heading like departments region, this is mandatory, but in your main data the same heading is there. So in criteria, if you keep your criteria in the same row, heading is mandatory. It works like AND, like we are saying department sales and region north, both are coming on the same row. So in database functions, same like advanced filter, if you have gone through, by the way, in database function, main thing is criteria. If you place criteria in such a way that your criteria comes on the row, like here we are getting department sales and region north, same row. If criteria placed in the same row, it works like and if you place on column, in column, if I say this way, column is OR. So in database function DSUM here, if you see your criteria is what in next example, this is your criteria. So you are saying department sales and region north plus or plus department sales and region east. If you do now database function this way, third example, equal to DSUM, I go to wizard, database is this, field name salary because I want sum of salary, criteria. If I take this as a criteria, this as a criteria, and if I click OK, I will get sum from salary column, where region is either north or east. North or east. It means in database functions, if you place your criteria on row, it works like and if you place your criteria in column, it works like or, same like advanced filter. In database function, if you place your criteria in row, it works like and if you place your criteria in column, it works like or. So row is and, column is or, heading is mandatory. You can have any permutation and combinations here while calculating DSUM or D average, D mean, D max. Others are same. D max will give you a max, but definition changes, but internally the structure is same basically. The funda is same, a database range, and then the field name, and then the criteria. Main thing is criteria. Main thing is criteria. You have to place your criteria in a such a way that if you want and to be used, keep your conditions criteria on the same row, and if you want or to be used, keep in same column. And it's not required that you have to place your condition department just above department, region above region. No, it can be anywhere. Main thing is spell. It's not case sensitive, but it's spell sensitive. Like you can't say department blank space. No, not allowed. Okay, and you can say department is small and capital. You can say this, but you can't say blank space unwanted. So this is how we use database functions, which can be used if you talk about SUMIFS. SUMIFS can be used with and only internally. We can't use internally or in SUMIFS, COUNTIFS, AVERAGEIFS, but database function can be used as an and as an or also. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel. Please like my channel and subscribe too. You can recommend my channel to your colleagues also, your friends also. I will shortly come with some new videos which will be very informative. Thanks once again to watch this video. Thank you very much.